Hello and welcome to another Forge Lance Forever cast. I'm your host Swkoll, and today we're looking at a Setons. Yes, finally a Setons. It's about time we got a Setons on this channel. And we've got some pretty good players. In the top side team, we got Voodoo as the mid. We have Foley BTS as the beach player, Kosher as the back player, and Cab as the rock player. And on the bottom team, we've got Steyr or Jorn as the mid player. We have Myers as the rock player. We have Jukebox Hero as the beach player, and Little Inferno as the back player. Cab planning to send 2 bombers to kill Steyr's NGs. We'll see how those go. Typical second air build. Quite a bit of power in this build. Steyr moving forward. He's got a Selene versus an Aurora and Spirit. Now Steyr's asking the other team for power. Well, interesting to know how that works out. NG doing a very good job picking up the mass. We have the opposing NG picking up its mass. Voodoo versus Steyr should be a very interesting battle, considering they're both very good players. Voodoo, #1 on the ladder currently, I believe. And Steyr, good old-fashioned Setons player. Can't really have a Setons without him. And now we're seeing the 2 bombers that were expected. And coming with an interceptor. Bomber from Jukebox Hero will be intercepted by this interceptor. The battle continues to go in the middle. Now bombers coming out from Foley BTS in a bit of an air fight. Now we're seeing drops from Myers to take his island. His transport has been spotted on its return trip, and the NG gets killed. So delayed naval for a bit. If Foley BTS can leverage this, get some extra naval factories out quickly, and bomb kills nothing. Well, it looks like Foley BTS might win the early air fight. Alright, now that it looks like the reclaim has completed, we'll look at the numbers. Steyr coming out with just 5.5k, whereas Voodoo came off with about 7k. So slight advantage for Voodoo and the topside team. Now drops coming out from Little Inferno. He drops some Arty, takes out a mech, and the rest of the Arty will be cleaned up. So 2 mechs go down. Oh wait, the Arty's being dropped all over the place, as opposed to all in one place. Bomber kills that one. Other one gets picked up by Auroras. A suspiciously large amount of Auroras are currently being made by Kosher. Perhaps he anticipates a drop? Anticipated that? Now, Cab takes his island without trouble. And a sneaky drop coming around from Foley BTS. The plan is... that looks like a ghetto. Is that a ghetto? Actually two transports. This could be a very devastating drop. Quite a force has been built up on this island, though. You've got about 10 Auroras. So, the plan is to drop 11 Mantis. They kill the NGs very quickly. Aurora's trying to fight it. They may not be able to hold on. Doesn't look like they will be able to. Mantis just too fast to avoid the Aurora strikes, and when they can't kite... oh, this is really close, really close. 2 Manti get left. Looks like they might be returning to the transports, but transports get shot down. So this may actually have no effect. Actually took out a single mass extractor. We'll see if anything else in the middle. We're seeing Steyr push forward. Voodoo has retreated. Tech 2 for Steyr with gun. Now we're seeing a Navy from the right ocean. 3 subs versus 5 subs and a frigate. Possibly able to leverage that, but with the amount of air cover that Cab has put out, he most likely could easily go Tech 2 and build torpedo bombers. Transport now sitting out with 20 health in the middle of the left ocean. An RD drop goes up. NG drop. Builds a point defense radar, and it will get shot to bits by artillery. Oh, they might actually get this one up. If they do, they might be able to shoot the RD, and no. Easily picked up by the RD. So, disappointing drops from fully VTS. It's keeping Maya's attention elsewhere. Now we're seeing Spectres being readied by Maya's. So drop is cleaned up. Already is continuing to be produced, and it looks like we will not see any further drops from Foley. Quite a bit of naval capacity at 11 minutes. And Mize is a bit far behind in the naval fight, but Spectre should be able to clean up any early naval aggression. Now we're seeing an interesting move. Jukebox Hero, realizing he has the better numbers, going at it with the subs, needs to have his subs target his subs, so there are no needless losses. It appears Cab is now finding himself without any naval units, and a Tech 2 factory that will not do much for him. Multiple torpedo launchers now going up. Tech 2 land in the middle for Steyr. He's got mobile TML. Tech 3 mass. Do we see any major targets? I don't. This Tech 3 mass extractor would be nice. So would these Tech 2 power. Now a bit of a naval fight on the other side. Fully BTS just might win this. Spectre get cleaned up by interceptors. Torpedo launchers being thrown up by Miles as defensive measures. Now Steyr deciding to get a better angle. Now GC at minute 13, started by Voodoo. I guess complete eco. Voodoo now sitting in the pond. He will not be able to build that at full capacity though. Slightly early, and now with the TML, he will have trouble. Of course, you need 2 missiles to shoot a Tech 3. Now Ultrava is making a massacre of Tech 1 force. Voodoo might have to shift things up, especially with eco losses and all sorts of stuff. Oblivion turrets being constructed, he needs TMD, which he has none of. Aiming for the backmass spot. Now an NG drop comes to help him launch the missiles faster. Tech 2 Navy starting to be effective. Naval rush did not work. Or it was slightly effective at preventing anything bad, but he still has this island, he still has his naval production. Now, air domination for Little Inferno. Sam's now being thrown up. Will drive away his ASF. Now a nice positioned cruiser from Foley will shoot at the defenses and at any air. Quite a few losses though from Voodoo. Now losing his Tech 2 powers. Voodoo not making this GC anywhere near as fast as he would like, but almost done. Steyr figures it out. He knows what's happening. On it. But does he have... Maybe chicken would be the plan? ASF domination for Little Inferno. They could just strat bomb it. And now it looks like Steyr will shoot at Cab's base. He hasn't been doing too much eco, but what eco he has will be destroyed. Chicken will be started. And hopefully Steyr can hold it off. GC is almost complete. Bolsheviks could do quite a bit of damage if placed in the back. Tech 3 land. Voodoo's economy just completely crashing. About 22% mass. Now just losing power left, right, and center. But at least you will be able to have power floated to him. It would be nice to see this cruiser get out over here, protect Steyr, the mobile missile launcher. And now GC has been completed, despite the fact that Voodoo's eco has been essentially destroyed. Chicken getting rushed up quite quickly. It's already a quarter of the way done. It will most likely be finished before the GC gets there. Now, we're seeing good use of the Seraphim Destroyer, getting the place just outside of the UEF Destroyer's range. Actually, no UEF Destroyers in here, just a cruiser and shields. Shields should be able to help them survive. Start choosing to walk along the edge. The GC will catch up to him eventually. Two Bolsheviks in transport, maybe looking to do a drop. And now a lot of torpedo bombers being prepped from Little Inferno. Little Inferno is highest in the score, being very useful. Kosher currently on his getting his second Tech 3 power. Mass amount of build capacity there. Yes, and second Tech 3 power now going up for him. Frigates to overwhelm, not being used. This Tech 1 frigates, you just need to get them right up, and I don't care about Voodoo's eco, but just get them right up, and they can outnumber the Tech 2 at close range. Steyr sitting in the water, letting it pass. Chicken, all sorts of NGs in here. Chicken is complete. And now just loads of strat bombers taking out cruisers. Steyr asking for the chicken. But just a massive amount of torpedo cruisers in this area will make destroying them all difficult. A lot of transports for Steyr. Now strat bombers coming out for Kosher, a single strat. And it hits, no, not there. Alright, Tech 2 power destroyed. But massive ASF fight. It looks like Little Inferno might be able to take this. We're seeing great micro from both players. Exactly what you should be doing. Actually, Kosher might be able to take this. His ASF is a much closer bunch together. Always useful to have in an ASF fight. Both players deciding to take their ASF and run. Myas' base is not doing too well. Continual bombardment from Cybran destroyers are not his friend. The GC getting bunched up with a lot of shields and flak. Chicken now being sent out. Probably to be used defensively. Little Inferno sitting in his pond. Should be safe from regression. Tech 3 land. Should be interesting what we're seeing from that. Maybe Tech 3 mobile RD to shoot back at the destroyers. Oh no, this is just useless. You might as well just stop this production. They get shot out and die instantly with doing no damage. They generally don't get a torpedo off. So I think fully BTS has pretty much won his left side, despite help from Little Inferno's ASF force. Oh, and torpedo bombers anyway. Maybe we're to see an NG drop from Little Inferno. A lot of Tech 1 arty. Steyr continuing to use his mobile missile launcher. Actually, no, not the mobile missile launcher now. Looks like he's getting res. Cyber Destroyer decides it's not finished with killing one base. Is now targeting Steyr's eco. There's nothing he can do about it. Tech 1 arty will not counter that destroyer, but he's now getting a lot of Tech 3 mexes. Working on multiple mexes at once. Not exactly what you want to be doing. Now, any last hope for naval production is gone from Maya's. The plan is assault bots. The plan is attempting to defend against when the Cyber destroyers walk up on land. That's a pretty how do I put it? Depressing plan. He's drawing the line way back here. Maya's definitely having a bad day. I wouldn't mind seeing some shields, but I suppose he doesn't have the power to keep more than one operational. Tech 3 power should solve those problems. Now we're seeing a battle cruiser coming out from Jukebox Hero. The pride and joy of the UEF Navy. Besides the shield, anyway. It's a great anti-naval weapon. Its bombardment is kind of meh. But in close naval v naval fights, this is what you want. Stealth now being used from Foley. It would have been nice to see that earlier. I don't exactly see what he wants with stealth. Cyber Destroyer probably will not destroy this single-handedly. The shield should regen faster than he can take it down with a single destroyer. Destroyer's now deciding to walk up on land. He's building Tech 3 arty. Hopefully he'll have a large enough force to take him out. Tech 3 power now going online. We might as well be successful. But now this is vulnerable to strats, so the cruisers are too far away. Now we'll see the naval engagement we've been waiting for. Battle cruiser going to work. But maybe he underestimated the size of this force. You think Tech 1 subs against Seraphim destroyers are only going to work a bit at a time. Battlecruiser might actually go down. If this battlecruiser goes down, this navy is essentially gone. These forces need to move in as soon as possible. At least shield the battlecruiser. Things are not going well for Jukebox Hero on the bottom side now. GC is still sitting back with its shield. And Chicken without them. Kosher might win the ASF fight, if there was to be one. Look at 75 versus 106. So definite advantage. Interesting scouting method, sending his scouts across and then just moving them across the map. You will see everything and everything. Battlecruiser manages to get out, get the single kill. Now, late game plans, what are people thinking? Kosher is sitting back. The plan is additional ASF spam. Quite a ridiculous amount of build capacity on that single factory. Almost to the point where you might want to start two, as Kosher has done. Actually, he is the second as well. What do I know? I don't play Setons that much. Hence why I don't cast too many games. I'm sure people are already yelling at me in the comments, like, that is how you're supposed to play Setons. Or that isn't. Blah. It looks like Styrus' defenses will hold, as will Maya's is. Now Blaze is trying to get himself back in the water. Hopefully that'll work. Stationary Tech 2 Arty. Is that what we're seeing? Yes, Stationary Tech 2 Arty. Very good anti-naval weapon, even when it's from the Aeon. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw Voodoo use this, get a second GC and just walk this down to take out Styr. He's got quite the more shields, and yes, that's what we're seeing. Voodoo gets his second GC up. Styr needs to do something about that badly, otherwise he'll just be run over. Voodoo sporting quite the eco for a mid player. Plus 140 versus Styr's. Plus 140. Maybe not. But, you know, Voodoo's doing things with it. Jukebox Hero has been pushed back, keeping his battle cruiser alive. It'd be really nice to see some veterans beyond that. Torpedo boats are not necessary when you're actually... Oh wait, never mind. Some of the destroyers are now submerged, so you want torpedo boats as the counter. If Jukebox Hero can somehow leverage his Tech 3, win back the Navy, and push his way back, that would even out the fight between the two players. Now second GC being readied. Where's Styr spending his eco? On something very, very expensive. Is that second res? I assume it must be. Trying to get that quite quickly. Interesting, Tech 1 Air is still being used as scout. Not that bad. Shields go down from Jukebox Hero. Not the position you want to be in. Now on very nice position, Cruiser will shoot at this eco. Take out nice Tech 3 mass ejectors. Voodoo telling his ally he can't win against Tech 3 Navy. At this, if he gets a second battle cruiser out, or just more torpedo boats. Little Inferno is being told to scout more. Nuke has been built by Kosher as suspected by Styr. He's got the nuke complete. Are we seeing anti-nukes? I'd like to see an anti-nuke. I'd like to see an anti-nuke now. Styr. I'm just gonna go ahead and see if that was second res. If he's got second res, Tech 2 and gun. I'd like to also will nuke defense started. We'll finish its nuke defense. It's missile before Kosher gets it up. But that still opens this base to nuking. Has Maya's managed to build an anti-nuke? He's preoccupied with spamming as many Tech 2 shields as possible. Tech 3 Arty will be somewhat successful. Stealth being useful? Not really. He's got Omni in the area. Tech 3 Arty taking out Tech 2 subs. Not something you see every day. Tech 1 Force deal around for Maya's on the island. Maya's just having an incredibly bad day. Now he has a Tech 1 bomber from Kosher harassing his base. It has no fuel, but that's not going to stop it from harassing him. This naval pressure will fade away eventually. Where's the battle cruiser? It appears that Jukebox Hero has lost his battle cruiser. It is now just waiting. Yo, he's trying to get another one up. Not that that will be incredibly effective. It's only 3/4 done. He's rushing up as fast as possible. He's getting his ACU, Tech 3 to build Tech 2 Arty, prepared to lose the naval battle. I mean, even if this gets up, there's not much support left for it. Quite a few cruisers. Those won't be incredibly useful. And now we're seeing the push, the GCs. Double GC, despite the chicken goes in. Lots of Tech 1 Arty doing lots of nice DPS damage. Chicken goes down before it reaches it. But we might see Tech 1 Arty being incredibly useful. Tech 2 point defense, Tech 2 Arty, Tech 2 stationary Arty. Doing quite a bit of damage. Unfortunate the chicken couldn't die about here. Damage to the GCs and all that. Looks like the GC might flip past. Move on to attack Jukebox. No, he will attack the back of Star's base. Looks like the battlecruiser managed to get up, using the Tech 3 factory as a shield, which is quite a brilliant idea. Except when you take into account that the only thing that's actually being hit by it is this massive array of cruisers. Tech 3 sub. Cab needing a little more help. I don't think he can really estimate what's going on. I mean, besides these cruisers giving him trouble, this battlecruiser can easily clean up all this. Then this build capacity can just go right to the... oh, this... and he's desperately trying to keep the factory alive. And it might go down. It won't be a devastating loss for Jukebox Hero, but drops now coming in. NGs to build naval production, maybe? Don't know. Looks like the factory will go down. Always unfortunate. Tech 2 stationary. It's been stopped. GC's just walking through Stire's base. Nothing they can really do about him now. Single GC retreats. ASF getting quite large. Almost 200. And Kosher has 216. So slightly more for Kosher. Maya's telling him to mercy it, but he is not Aeon actually. He is Seraphim. And Stire complaining he does not have Tech 3 radar. That's a bit surprising. What's with the energy storages? Single strat and 3 strats and he loses half his power. And now we're seeing Tech 3 torpedo bombers coming out. Always fun when we see these from the Aeon. Cruisers should do most of the work getting rid of them though. Looks like destroyers will pick up the NGs. Dire calling Little Inferno, a noob. That's pretty justified, I'd say. NG drops will prove to be useless. Strat bomber is now being prepped from fully BTS after winning his navy. Apparently he's been ecoing a while. Building cruisers, now a Spider. And Tech 3 air production. He's got his own ASF patrolling with Kosher's ASF. Although he has about 10. Tech 3 torpedo bombers being quite effective. Let's see, what's he doing with his nuke? Nuke is not yet complete, but Kosher's going quite heavy into the nuke. Interesting thing about the nuke, it alone has build capacity of 1080, so assisting it will not help that much. You'll need 1080 manti to double the speed. Little Inferno has hit the unit limit. And hands over his ASF. Hi, why did you unpause? That's just bad form. 2 GCs moving in. They've got their whole array of forces. Strat bombers coming out, taking out Tech 3 mexes. Mai's having a bad day. He's got a single GC. Some Tech 3. Where the chicken and GC are now chasing it. It looks like Jukebox Hero has essentially lost back the stationary. Artie's going to work, I guess. Won't do too much. Just mass amounts of ASF from Jukebox Hero, well, produced by Little Inferno. TMD now being constructed. And now it looks like players will just call it quits. Always unfortunate. I would have liked to see the experimental battles. Maybe
Strategic
Coach
launch detected.
Use his nuke. Well, that's convenient. Now players just quitting out Styre. Well, Inferno. Now deciding that he wants to stay, apparently. Oh, we can see the nuke. And actually we can't, because simulation speed is stuck. What are we actually simulating this on? I can't tell. Very bad at that. GG. It was GG until someone unpaused. Because why would you unpause? Seriously. But good game from all around. We saw some nice naval battles in both oceans. We saw this naval strategy of just wait till Tech 2 and then even naval battle, and then an early rush type of situation that was not fruitful, mainly because of these 3 torpedo launchers. Not what I meant to do. So that's a good way to end it, with a nuke explosion. I'm gonna go ahead and assume that because of everything, yeah, Strat Bomber should pick him off in a second. So in a quite a long game, thanks to SimSpeed. We saw some great strategies, but I think I should just call it quits now. So, thank you, and I hope you enjoyed this cast. And thank you for putting up with the existence of that. Keep forgetting it's there. Bye.